All right. Good evening, everybody.
Yes.
Ben, I heard, because I'm your editor and you didn't send a column in this week, so I heard that you were out of town. What were you doing all week?
Well, I was reliving my youth by driving across country with my older daughter who moved to Los Angeles. And among the many adventures we had, and this was what's relevant to your obsession, is that
I don't know where you're going with this.
When we were in Denver, I stopped off at their legalized marijuana store.
One of them, right?
One of them, yeah. I did not do a complete survey of the entire state because we were kind of on a time crunch. What I found interesting and relevant to our current political situation is what an obvious solution this is to some of the many problems that we have.
This was some pretty good pot you tried.
Yes, that's what I was alluding to. My recollection is that a gram of marijuana cost $8, which is significantly less than what cost here in Chicago. And then on top of that, there's about a 30% tax. So they're making money from their marijuana sales. A lot of the time tonight, we'll be talking with the state reps and Adrian about our inability to raise money, and here they have a ready source of it. It's such an obvious answer. I can't believe. Well, I can believe it. Our state is so backward, and our city is so stuck in the mud. But so that was the highlight of the trip, no pun intended. And I came back. I read your article that you wrote. Briefly tell the people about your last story. How many, the drug arrests? And
we talked a little bit about that the last time we were up here, but I'm happy to just mention again that, 78% of the people, there's like 15,000 misdemeanor marijuana arrests a year, which works out to like 44 a day. Misdemeanor, low-level stuff, and basically 8 of every 10 people arrested are African American. So this is basically one population that is being arrested and prosecuted for this.
That's pretty much it. While I was in there, so they have all these different degrees, all these different, they call them budologists, I think. The lady who was selling me called herself a budologist. And so, I was trying to explain to her that I hadn't smoked marijuana in about 35 years.
Despite all,
So I said, my problem is that it gets me paranoid. Can you get me some marijuana that won't make me paranoid? And she was like, oh, yeah, you got to stay away from the, man, what's it called? It begins with an S. Sativa. Thank you. Stay away from the sativa. So she directed me to something else. And I said, you know what, I don't want to smoke anything. So I ended up buying marijuana gummy bears, which are like, I popped those babies. Just like Hunter Thompson when I was driving through the desert. I was like, started seeing all these weird things. And there was a guy next to me in a cowboy hat who came in. He had obviously been there.
This really happened. This wasn't after the government.
Every single thing I said, I left out some of the key exchanges, which, I don't want to give it all away from my brilliant opus, which I'm working on. But there was many exchanges between me and the budologist as she was trying to decipher what would be the best sale for me. But anyway, this dude came in with a cowboy hat, and he's like, he knew the budologist. It's like, they are on a first-name basis. And he goes, I need a lollipop. And so she sold him a marijuana lollipop. I mean, he just like, they needed it really bad. It was a rough day. So, they had lollipops and candy and gummy bears and brownies and, all kinds of buds. And then they'll roll joints for you, and you can sell you T-shirts. They got a Snoop Dogg blend. He's got his own blend. I mean, why we don't do this, I don't know. It makes no sense. Our policies.
You've seen the future.
I've seen the future, and it's a budologist.